because they know what they can get away with.
That's my point.
But I'm not gonna tear
the
that ass up.
school system trains them to do that. They teach them because if you tell your kids nothing about that, right? You're at home, they're with you the whole time. You go to school, they go to school now. What do you think they're teaching the kids? You know, if you at home, your parents can't do this,
Yep.
and and you didn't tell your kids, hey, don't say nothing.
But the problem.
But you see how I counter that? Tell them when they're home. Listen.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
You want to call thing? Go ahead. That's you're gonna go with them, and you know what? It's gonna be worse.
That's
you know
right.
what? They're gonna put you in a foster home. They're gonna put you in a home. No, we tell them straight up what's going to happen. It's not a sugar coat of no. They're gonna put you in another family, and it's gonna be worse than what you're feeling right now over here.
And I think the problem is we need to do correction with love. Right? Not like our parents who used to beat us and say we have wildfire.
I don't beat my kids.
Right.
I threaten my daughter with, you want licks? No! Then listen, that's what you're going to get.
Right, but we have to have those conversations because part of the problem in 2025 is the school is raising our kids.
Yes.
We need to be responsible parents and raise our children.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the LGBTQ, the school shouldn't be telling our kids about that. We should be saying this is what it is and instilling that in them before they learn it in school. And that is the problem with this generation. This school system is teaching our kids what it is, and we're not stepping up to do what we need to do.
And the thing, it's not even that they're just. I get it. You want to teach them about same sex in a sense that it happens, but like I said, there's books that are like this, images of sexual images, and like they're going into it as if like you're talking like these are not teenagers. These are little kids growing up. Fully alive. Fully alive. Alive. And you know what the biggest thing in there was? Seeing the reproductive system drawn. You seen the drawn penis or the vagina or whatever, and that was like, oh my God. Or you might have seen a breast because breastfeeding or something, and that was such a big deal. Like you saw it wasn't even a real penis. It was the drawing of a one, like the outline and the skeleton of one or something. And the vagina, and you're like, oh, it's the vagina. Oh. Now you putting books with two men or two women dudes and showing the position and all that. It's like, no, why are you showing that to kids? These are kids. Kids don't even. When I was a kid, your biggest thing was holding the hand of a girl. That was huge. You got a kiss. Oh my gosh, you were the greatest. It was the greatest day of your life.
And it's almost as if, and I could be wrong. I'm not a teacher, so if the teachers out there that might find this miseducated or misguided. But it's almost as if you're teaching a kid, this color is blue. This is a fruit. This is a vegetable. This is bread. And if you're showing somebody an image of two men or two women kissing, they're almost saying that this is right. You know what I mean? Or this is what normal is. When in actuality, if you're going off of religion, if you're going off of what it's
it's not even religion. It's more like it's what's the norm.
The world functioning.
To keep functioning. Yeah, you need to be a man and woman. You can't be two women to have a baby.
But here's the problem. A lot of the teachers who are teaching our kids or our grandchildren are actually not heterosexual. And that is the problem because we're not having those deep conversations with our kids at home before they're indoctrinated into what their lifestyle is.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yes,
there are teachers out there that actually are heterosexual that don't want to teach that curriculum, but because they want to save face and keep their job, they have to teach that. So maybe you may know some that are of that ilk, but some of them actually don't want to teach.
But they have no choice. They are. It's like mandatory.
Yeah, if you teach it,
right? Because I know a child that went to school. And they were like, I came in a Christian home and there's male and female. And she's like, well, I'm a female and I have a female as a partner, and failed the child because they didn't want to adopt that lifestyle. And as parents, if we don't challenge that in the school, then our children are falling behind to this new way of life.
Since we've been out of the school system for many years,
It's not the same.
what were they teaching you on the come up? Because when you're in elementary school, grown ass people are probably our kids and stuff. So. Maybe they didn't start yet with the LGBT stuff yet.
Yeah, no,
they didn't. Okay.
I wasn't learning any of that.
Okay, so it's more reason like right now it's what they're doing. Okay, so it was just strictly man, women they were teaching, or did they teach you about?
Like actually in my school, they actually like didn't teach us properly. Like they kind of like it wasn't like really like the main thing that they wanted to teach us. It was just like a one day of like sex ed class or whatever, and then it was just like whatever.
If you want to ask, was it a public school? Was it?
Yeah, it was a public school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different aspect. I went Catholic school, so I know different things. Okay.
Oh, we're not. I know we have to go on to another topic, but we're not hiding from. We didn't answer our question, by the way, regarding the strip club and whatever.
No, we're so far away.
So, before we go on to the next topic, real quickly, do you want to answer first? But a half? Do you want to answer first?
Are you allowing him to take
whatever you
19
want to do?
Okay.
or whatever age when he's if he ever ready, if he wants to?
Better not. Okay.
So we let him go on his own because he's going.
Do you want to answer? Yes.
You answer.
Okay. So I would actually,
Theo.
if Theo came to me and he was inquisitive or asking Dad, I want to go to a strip club. My first answer would be, okay, why?
Oh, okay.
Why would you want to go?
Why?
Why would you want to go?
Cause I want to see titties and ass.
Okay.
Grown titties and ass, Daddy. That's what I want to see.
And it's my birthday.
And it's my birthday.
That's cool.
It's the first time I get to see some live titties in my face.
So here's the honest answer, and I'm gonna give the honest answer.
Yes.
If that's what he wants to do,
And really wants to.
I'm gonna go with him.
Oh.
And here's the thing. Here's the
Oh,
reason.
no, you ain't.
Here's the reason why. There's a reason
I'm
why.
coming with ya.
Nope. No, you're not. No, you're not. Here's the reason.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Why not?
No, you're not.
I am
But I have a good answer for that.
Okay. Hold on, let's hear the answer.
Wait.
Let me hear the answer.
But hold on.
You're a fox again. Let me get to it. Go ahead.
But I have a good answer for that. The reason why I would go with him is because I actually went on my birthday.
Not with your mama and dad, huh? Okay.
Nope. I went by myself to a strip club in Rexdale, Manhattan Strip.
Oh my God, that's not a strip club.
Don't act. But here you go. Let me expunge on that.
I can see why you went there.
All right then. Let me expunge on that.
I can see why you went.
So I went there, right? Because like we all talked about already, didn't have the father figure in the house. No one talked to me or educated me on that aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother obviously wanted me to know these things are unacceptable. But
Jazz is here.
that's fine.
It's okay. She gotta grow up too someday.
But
She's growing up right now.
hold on a
Now
second.
she
I'm getting
is.
to that point. So at the age of 18, I went to probably, as I consider now, one of probably the worst clubs that you could possibly think of going.
The worst.
The worst, probably. So I went in. So I went in there by myself. Not only did I make the cardinal
I
sin.
know why you went by yourself.
Not only did I make the cardinal
You don't
sin.
want to be seen
of-
dead.
Not only did I make the cardinal sin of ordering food, I ordered a steak.
Yo, blood clot.
I ordered
You wanted
fries.
to die.
Okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
you were brand fresh. This guy
I'm
never.
like,
This
yeah,
guy knew
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
He
yeah.
knew nothing about ship.
Nothing.
Yeah,
And
I
guess
get
what?
that.
Guess what? I had $10 of coins and change, so I left the $10 on the main, all by myself at 18 years old.
Bro.
So when I came back, when I went to the club, and I remember bragging to my friends, I think
They
I was
must have
bragging.
been laughing at him.
There you go. I remember back to my friends, yo, what'd you do for your birthday? I went to the strip club, I went to Manhattan. You went to Manhattan strip?
That's what they laughed at.
And
Not
you-
that you went to a strip club by yourself.
And you,
It's where you went.
and you, that too. And you ordered food. I'm like, yeah. And then
That too.
slowly it came to me, like, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. You know what I mean? But if I had and this goes out to all those people, not to be embarrassed, but if you had a man figure, right, that said, you know what, listen, do you want to go there? Do you want to spend money? You want to see how stupid?
Let's go here instead.
Let's go here. Let's go here instead. Let's go to the flea market. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the movie. No, and my mom did the best job she could possibly do. But as to your point, when you're in a household or you go to a school that's very strict, at some point in time you're gonna want to
You're gonna want to rebel.
Rebel.
You want to know
What
it
else is
they're
out
stopping
there,
you
right?
from.
And
It's the curiosity.
that's
Why
right.
can't I do that? Why
And
don't
then
you want me to do this?
when I was legally able to, I used that as an advantage,
Yeah.
as a reason.
Can't stop you now.
There you go. But looking back, I would much rather have someone of a male figure. Really, is that where you want to go? Or let's do this instead. I didn't have that. So
And
that's why at this point, if Theo came to me and said, Dad, I want to experiment, I'm like, is that what you want to do? Or do you want to do something else? I mean, if you want to go, I'll show you what it's not really what it's up to be.
That's what it's pent up to be.
What it's
right?
pent up to
Yeah.
be, right? But I would rather him come to me rather than say, hey, son, let's go to a strip club. You're 18, 19.
No. I wasn't saying you
Right,
take them.
and-
Obviously, it's just they want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to be the first person they go, or
That's
at least be able to like.
Because God forgive if they go by themselves and they have my experience.
Because I remember the first
I
time I
would
went
go.
to a strip club, it was a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Green, fresh, didn't know anything that was going
And
on.
how old are you?
Ended up, I think I was 21. Ended up at this, and I was like, what the hell? I wasn't even a Christian at the time, but I was so mortified about the entire experience that I was like, I don't even belong here.